Hello.
Hey. I
Hello, this. Ew. Shout out to Drag Race fans.
I was sick. I
Gorgeous.
always feel like we have to figure out a new way to say hey because it's always the
But I
same.
kind of live for the spontaneity of it all.
It's the same, so it's really not that spontaneous.
Okay, so you're yelling.
Wow, we really started off right.
I know. Also, we're on a couch now.
Yeah,
So,
it's comfy, cozy time, girlies.
and I also can kick her.
Yeah, so
Dee, dee,
the
dee,
woman
dee.
has been given too much power.
Yeah, don't give the Aries room to kick. She will.
She will kick ball change right away.
Yeah. So, hi, you, Tati.
I'm good.
Yeah.
It's been one of those weeks where I don't know what day of the week it is, where I'm at, or what I'm doing.
Yeah, a little bit.
So it's a Sunday night. We've made it to the end. Hopefully
I
next
don't-
week.
I feel like you're right, where I don't believe that it's a Sunday night. I kind of feel like I'm lost in space and
In
time.
time.
I think President's Day is to blame for that. Anybody in the service industry or tourism or hospitality, I'm so sorry. This week has been a nightmare.
Well, also too, I mean, I know Valentine's Day isn't like a holiday, but it's
Mhm. I
kind
mean,
of like
it
a
is.
holiday. I threw a Valentine's Day party.
She did. I was there.
I threw a Valentine's Day party for my 4 best friends, and I made a balloon arch, and I really went in for a party with 4 people.
And it was kind of the best time ever.
Yeah, it was so fun.
It was fun. Thank you for inviting me to your party.
You're welcome. Why wouldn't I invite you, Maddie?
I don't know. I'm just thankful that I was there.
Oh, well, I'm thankful you were there too.
Oh, thank you.
So this kind of rounds out. We have been talking about love all month
Oh, we
long.
love
Speaking
love.
of things we love, I just need to shout out that our good friend Solomon at the podcast place
Yeah.
is here where we film
This whole
this
thing
whole shenanigan that we
belongs
do.
to him. He is the person behind the camera and the microphones.
He brought me Spindrift. Let's get
Mhm.
that in the shot. Where's the front of it? There she is.
There she is.
I truly got so happy.
So thank you, Solomon.
Yes, this is a shout out. So speaking of things we love, I'm drinking Spindrift. We're on a couch. I'm with my best friend. It's the end of love month.
Her.
There you go. What movie
Slay.
are we doing today, Maddie?
We're talking about My Big Fat Greek Wedding, which is a slay, and you all voted on.
Yeah, I was picked by the audience.
Yeah, so thank you for your participation. We appreciate it. Yeah. I haven't seen this movie very much,
Here's the thing.
honestly.
I remember this movie. This was like a Blockbuster movie for me, of when you
Very
would go to
that.
Blockbuster, you got the popcorn with your family.
Yeah.
You all 5 of you would sit on the couch and
Mhm.
watch this movie. So I have a very strong recollection of doing that as a kid, but I haven't seen it since.
I don't even think I watched it then. And I was a Blockbuster girl. I live what used to be a Blockbuster. I live right above it. Now it's a Chipotle. Is that Chipotle or Panera?
I hope
But
it's
I
not
used
Panera.
to.
I hope it's Chipotle.
I think it's Chipotle. Where
Please
Chipotle
put some
used to be.
respect in
And
the
I used to go
Blockbuster
down. This is so insane. Sidebar. I used to. So I literally live on a hill, and then below it was the Blockbuster, and it's the back of my backyard, right?
Uh-huh.
And there's trees and whatever. My sisters and I would jump our fence and climb through the forest. Not the forest. I live in I live in Orange County, but we traverse through the nature to go down to the Blockbuster, and we would kind of run wild. It was kind
Times
of a
before
moment.
streaming.
I know, that is giving 2002.
It's
which
I
is when
kind
this
of miss
movie-
it, but I also don't at all. I miss the gag of the Blockbuster.
I loved going to Blockbuster.
It was like going to Disneyland, and it was an event. The whole
Yes.
family got in the car. You picked the
Not me.
popcorn.
I
you
walked
picked
through the
Oh yeah,
forest.
I guess you walked. I lived pretty close, but it was
Yeah.
not walkable. But we got in the car. You picked the candy.
Oh yeah.
You picked the popcorn.
And then sometimes you would forget to turn it in, and then you all of a sudden
Oh,
owned
yeah.
it. No,
Yes.
Blockbuster was my whole childhood.
I know. There's that Blockbuster Airbnb or hotel or
What?
I think so. Yeah.
Where?
Or it's I mean,
is
it's
that
a-
in Alaska or something?
yeah, it's somewhere random.
Or is that where the last Blockbuster is?
I don't. I literally. I don't know. Blockbuster, the last one out there. I hope you're doing well.
I miss her.
I know.
Mhm.
But yeah. Anyways, this was a Blockbuster movie for me.
Yeah.
Those are some core memories.
I really don't think I've honestly ever sat down and I think it's been in on break rooms at work.
Oh,
I
where it's,
think we
on.
went through a phase where we watched this for a while at work.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't sat down and watched. Really, I don't think. But it's
Well,
a serve.
it's so fun.
It is so fun. So thank you for voting. Also, the amount of people who I know in my real life who yelled at me saying it better be My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Really?
Oh, I think at least 15 people that
That's
I know
so
at work were
funny.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding. If it's not, I'm mad.
Well, I'm glad people have opinions on what they want us to do.
I know. So if you have an opinion, I hope you're listening because I did listen to your opinion.
Yeah.
And I hope I didn't waste my time. I'm just kidding. I didn't.
Maddie,
I'm
don't
just
attack.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm very happy that this was chosen because I thoroughly enjoyed
That was
watching
crazy
it.
of you.
Okay. So the Aries is gonna Aries.
Don't waste my time. It's a Sunday
Period.
night and Maddie's ready to fight.
You know, a little bit.
That rhymed. Hi, it's me, a rapper.
Although Maddie's honestly ready to fight every night.
That's true. Way to finish the
I
phrase.
think I'm in my like mean era.
Yeah,
Not
you
mean.
are.
I'm not mean. I'm a nice person, I swear. I'm a
But
good
she's
person.
kind of in her like fister up.
And why not? Why
Yeah, all right, I
not?
guess.
Life kind of sucks anyway, so might as well be kind of crazy. I'm just kidding. I'm a very happy person.
That was wild of you.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway,
Mhm.
well, we don't have a guest today. If you haven't guessed,
No, we don't.
It's just
the two of
us.
us.
Just the two.
I think
of
we
us.
did that last time too.
Well, it just feels so right.
It does. I think it's fun when it's, it's like taking us back to our roots. That was
where we started
2 months ago.
2 months ago. 7 episodes. Now we're in our 7th episode. If you haven't known, or I don't know, if you don't follow me on TikTok, my like goal for this year is to accomplish my goals. LOL. I know. But one of my goals, or one of our goals, my goal, but now it's our goal.
I mean, I'm tied in.
Yeah, I've created it to be our goal, is
Mhm.
to get to our 40th episode this year.
Which we're
On our way. And that felt like a realistic goal for me.
Sure.
Because 40 is like a lot, but it's like obtainable. So I've been documenting like, getting there and all that stuff. So
Mhm.
I don't know, follow me on TikTok and see the BTS, the
Oh!
behind the scenes of what goes on before the
Period.
cameras roll.
I live.
So anyways, I don't know.
Yeah, are we in our influencer era?
Yeah, kind of.
Help us get into our influencer
Yeah, I
era.
don't know if you're
and follow us
monetizing
on
my
TikTok.
talent.
As we should.
Yes.
Okay.
It's 2023. Give
Let's-
me money.
Okay. We are here providing you with free entertainment. Per.
That's on that.
We are so insane today. I hope
It's the silly, goofy vibes tonight because it's Sunday.
as if it isn't always.
That's true. But I like feel a little like kooky on it.
Yeah. No, I think we're honestly
It's
I
the couch too.
It's the couch. I also was humbled at work today. Like this, you guys, anyone who knows me and saw me today, I'm sorry. Like honestly, anyways. So I'm just kind of I have nothing in my brain because of how much I was like beat up at work today. Not literally. So I'm sorry, but this is where we're at.
Yeah.
And you're welcome.
And we came to entertain. So here we go. My big
Okay,
fat
maybe
Greek
we're-
wedding. Let's get into it.
Okay, so 2002,
Ooh, a good year.
which is the year my sister was born.
Oh, hi, sister.
Shout out, Sophia.
There you go.
Oh,
That's so
okay.
funny. I literally wrote my first note was this was a blockbuster movie for me and my family. That's hilarious.
Period. How cute. Do you know the most fun fact about this movie?
No, but I know you're gonna tell me.
Yes, I am. It was written by Nia Vardalos, who
Mhm.
plays Tula.
Oh,
She
no
wrote it.
way.
Mhm.
I love that.
Yeah, she also wrote the second one, and so actually,
Mhm.
splendid timing for us.
Okay.
They're also currently making a My Big Feet.
My big feet. I hope Big Feet is getting married.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3,
No way.
and she's directing it.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
There
So
you
look at
go.
us. Come on, timing.
Yeah.
It's like I did watch the second one actually yesterday.
Did you really?
Yes, because I was like, I
You're
thoroughly
like,
enjoyed.
I have to know how this goes.
So I was like, okay, they're only like an hour and a half. So
Yeah.
I was like, might as well. Ding, I
Oh, there
watched
you
it.
go. Well,
That's cute.
let's talk about the first one, Maddie.
You're right.
Let's
I
stay
know,
on.
but I'm just saying, if you want a fun, I mean, I don't think it's as good as the first because almost nothing is, as good as the first one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But it was a slay nonetheless. So slay, Nia. We stand you.
that's so cool.
Yeah. The Greek music was Greek musicking.
I know.
Yeah.
It was such a good opening. They're in Chicago. It's pouring rain.
Yes, I put one of the first things I put is I know little Californian me would die in a Chicago winter.
You've never been to Chicago, right?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it is like cold. Like New York is. We've been to New York. If you haven't been following us, but New York is cold. But
Yeah.
Chicago, I mean the Windy City, it is.
I know.
Freezing. You
like,
would die.
I
I'm telling
would-
you right now.
It would be the end of me.
But it's pouring rain, and driving in the
Yeah.
rain is already scary. Driving in the city in the rain.
They're probably. I mean, I think they're more better equipped
Yeah,
for
I
it than
guess
we
so.
are. Here it rains and we're like, it's
In
like
California.
sprinkling, and everyone's like, yeah. So, but yeah.
And
it's doing
then
that.
they're basically she's obviously Greek, my big fat Greek
Mhm.
wedding. And they're saying that like the point of your life as a Greek woman is to get married to a Greek man, have Greek babies, and have their babies have other Greek babies,
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
on and so forth. And then the father says, "You're starting to look old."
And she
It's
says,
like,
"He's been telling that to me since I was 15."
yeah.
I was like, "Damn."
Like, okay.
Dad is humbling her.
Yeah.
But also she does literally not look old at all.
No.
Also, okay, wait, actually we'll get there. We'll
She's
get
like
there.
quirky, awkward girl that's
Yeah.
just been like sheltered by her family, whatever,
Yeah.
whatever. They
Mhm.
own a restaurant.
Yes, dancing Zorbos. I
Yes,
think
no,
that's
you're
right.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a Greek restaurant, obviously, and I
Mhm.
love Greek food.
I do too.
Ugh,
I really do. So those girls who were mean to her at school for
yes.
her Greek food,
I
first of
know.
all, have no taste. Second of
Yes.
all, anybody who makes fun of people for the food that they eat, bye. Like,
Bye.
how rude.
Especially like you're eating your peanut butter jelly sandwich thinking you're better than her while she's eating her like pita tzatziki, whatever. Like,
Her what was it? I'm gonna
I
butcher it if I try to
yeah,
say it.
I
But
don't
they
know.
called it moussaka. How
Yes.
rude.
Yes.
So she's like, so it kind of flashes back to her growing up, and she's like the weird little Greek girl.
Having to go to Greek
Yeah,
school.
but she like goes to normal school, but then after
Yes.
school she goes to Greek school instead of like doing other things.
Mhm.
Which like I understand probably like being her age and being like, ugh, I like want to go do other things.
Yeah.
But like how as someone who is like Wonder Bread, how like magical to have like your family be so like immersed in your
Well,
culture, you
yeah,
know?
that's what I really loved about this movie. Not that
Yeah.
I'm Greek, but I'm Cuban and Puerto Rican. And so I like was really coming from like an immigrant family. My parents came from or not my parents, my grandparents came from Cuba.
Mhm.
And so a lot of this, although it's not Greek, a lot of this like
Yeah.
immigrant mentality, I was like, "Oh, that's so funny. We also did that. I didn't go to Cuban school." I mean, I kind of did at my house.
Yeah.
But all of that, I really was like, yeah, I see you, girl. I see you.
Yeah.
I feel
I
you.
truly cannot relate. I watch Mary Poppins. My family, I mean, look at me. So like British, Scottish, what could I have done? Nothing. Gone to Blockbuster.
But also actually to comment on the like my Cuban heritage and the fact that they kept being like, oh, Windex is gonna cure like is the cure all for everything.
Yes.
Like a pimple, put Windex on it. Your car is scratched, put
Yeah.
Windex on it. That's like the Latin version of Vicks Vapor Rub. Like that is what they're like, oh, like just put Vicks on it. Just put Vicks. Like it is, I don't know why. It is
That
so
is
random.
funny.
But it's like a Latin thing where it's like, oh, Vicks
Vicks
will
can
fix
cure all.
it. Yeah,
Fix
fix it.
it?
I'm sorry.
Work.
Don't be mad. It's
I'm
Sunday
not mad.
night.
Slay. Also like the food that like her mom makes. Her mom was working in the
I
kitchen. It
know.
looked magical. This line sent me. My mom was always cooking food filled with warmth and wisdom and steaming hot guilt. I
Yeah.
was like, work, work.
So we get this whole montage of her like growing up, whatever.
Mhm.
And then we're at the like restaurant in current day and we find out that she's 30, which made me laugh because we just did 13 going on
Yeah.
30. And I was like, not another 2000s movie making us feel like 30 is old.
I know. I'm
It's not.
almost I mean, I'm not almost.
Yeah,
I am almost there, but like not actually. I turn 27 next month.
woo-hoo.
But like I was like them all
Yeah.
being like, get married. I was like, girl, I don't even the way that is so far out of my like realm of a possibility for me. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't thank God my parents don't care what I do because I would freak out. Everyone was like, get married. When are you gonna get married? I would lose my mind.
Yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
That's a
Not
no
for
for
me.
me.
Not for me.
Not for me, not now. Maybe later. Whoever's
Yeah.
watching this, but not now.
Also her house is like
Oh,
is so wild. She lit like their house is
it's Greek.
Greeking. Yeah, like looks like the Parthenon. They have a Greek flag for their garage door.
You know, but that's the funny part is that truly my family would do the same with like a cute.
It's true. No, can confirm.
Like it is so funny. They have like Greek statues.
Yeah.
They have it all. It's hilarious.
I love.
I did too. I was like, this is kind of camp.
And so like they're doing like a carpool, right? And like
Yes.
her kid, like her friends or
Oh, yeah.
schoolmates, classmates, I don't know,
Sure.
are like in the car with them, and her dad's doing that thing where he says like, he's like, give me a word and I'll find the root of it is Greek, which, like, to be honest, the Greeks are kind of responsible for a lot of what we do
Yeah.
today. And like the way that the girls are like, ugh, I'm like, what rude little bitches. Like, the
Be
way they were
nice.
being rude to this man. Could you imagine?
No.
My parents, if they were him, they'd
These
be like,
kids are never allowed in my car again.
I specifically remember my dad not liking this girl that I hung out with. And he was
Uh-huh.
like, I don't like her. Like, my parents would always be like, no, she's rude. They were always right. Your parents are always, I
Listen
mean,
to your parents.
your parents are always right about your friends.
Yeah.
If there's
yeah.
one thing that's true, they always know.
Yeah.
They know when your friends are flops.
Yeah,
And
they do. Don't trust that girl.
be nice to your friends' parents.
Yes. and
Period.
Be nice to your friends. And just be nice to everyone.
Just be nice. Yeah.
So then
Oh, and the grandma lives with them.
yes.
So her grandma comes and moves in from Greece.
Yeah.
And she still believes that the Greeks and the Turks are fighting. And she sleeps with a knife under her bed. And she always is on the loose.
Yes. I'm the grandma on the loose.
You are. Like, I live.
That was like the camp. I mean, this whole movie was kind of
This
camp.
movie is camp.
But that was a good little campy cherry on
I
top.
know.
Because the grandma in the random scenes, the grandma would just be running out the window.
Yeah.
Like,
And I think what's so funny about this movie is I think that a lot of it is probably based off of her life.
Yeah.
You know, considering she wrote it, and like, and I think it is so, I mean, it's so within the, you're like, yeah, I get it.
mhm.
Even if you don't have a family that is like this necessarily, like, I mean, I don't think my family is very comparable to it. Like, you still get it. You're like, yeah, family's gonna family, and family's gonna drive you crazy, but like, you know,
Yes.
yeah.
So then we're at the restaurant and she's a waitress at this restaurant.
Mhm.
And then Aiden from Sex and the City walks in, which I don't know the actor's actual name.
It's John,
Is
Josh.
I don't
I don't know.
George.
I can look it up. I have my
Wait.
phone.
Oh, great. He's from Sex and the City and he walks in. I don't know what is his name in the show? Oh, Ian, not the
Ian.
show.
Ian.
The movie.
His name is Ian,
Yes, Ian.
which is the name of her husband in real life, who
No
is his friend in
way.
this movie.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so
Yeah.
funny.
Mhm.
Is this
I know.
wow.
I know, it's a family affair. I mean, they aren't married anymore, but they were
Oh.
married at the time.
Oops. Well, he walks in and she's like gobsmacked.
Yeah.
She's like,
He like
hot
walks by
man.
and she's like, the like rom-com music is playing. She's like, oh, also she says that she's 30 and past her expiration date. And I was like, God damn.
Give
God
me a
damn. I also
break,
am
please.
obsessed with the trope, which, oh my God, not me wearing my glasses, of like the girl wearing glasses and being ugly.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, girl, not this. And we'll get there. But they're like, oh, she's so weird. Like, she's a flop just because she like wears glasses and has a
Yeah.
side part. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm still trying to figure out this guy's name because I can't type.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll take
I
us
got
through
it,
the
I got
movie
it,
as
don't
you,
worry.
as you
Don't worry, we're working on it.
Google that. And she's like awkward.
John Corbett. I was right. His name is John.
Wow. There you go.
LOL.
I know. So she is like goes over to take their order, but cannot talk because she's just like, this man's hot, and he really is.
I'm so obsessed with her.
I know.
She is so me. The way she's just like staring at him
She
with
goes,
the coffee
your
pot.
own private Greek statue. Like,
Yeah, and
she's
she's
like
like-
awkward, quirky girl, but she's actually really funny.
She's hilarious.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hello.
But he's so sweet about it.
He's so nice. He's never like rude to her. They're really cute. Also, her family, Joey Fatone and Andrea Martin. I saw Andrea Martin. I think she's like I don't want to misspeak. Never mind. I'm not going to say what I was going to say. 'Cause that
Okay.
would be embarrassing if I was wrong. But she is an icon.
Okay, fierce.
You know, Vula. Aunt
Yeah.
Vula.
Yeah.
I live for her.
Nice.
Yeah, she's the kind of aunt, like, I hope that I grow up to be like her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where she's like slaying at like
Yes.
50.
Yeah, and she like owns everything. We're talking about the one that has the dry cleaner, the traveling agent.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm obsessed with her.
Yeah, she's iconic.
Oh, okay. Anyways, so yeah, Aiden. I'm obsessed with Tula. The way she hides behind the counter,
No,
she's like,
beep,
and he's like, "Hello." It's so funny. Also, can you imagine running a restaurant without a computer?
no.
Yeah. So this family is like doing this the old-fashioned way. You know, like
It's because it's the way of an immigrant. Like we're gonna do this all ourselves.
Right,
We
and
don't need computers. If I could do it in my country, I can do it here.
period. It's also 2002,
That's
and
okay, that's
they're
fair.
kind of old, so it's like they need to learn, you know? And so she's like, "You know what? I did really well at computers in school. I wanna go to college," which is, like, so slay. Come
Mhm.
on, 2002? She's 30, she's like, "I'm gonna go back to school. I or go to school." I don't think she
Yeah,
did
no.
to begin with. "I'm gonna learn computers,
Yes.
and, like, I'm gonna transform the way we do this." How slay. 'Cause
Mhm.
she's like, "I'm not," she realizes she's like, "I'm not too happy with my life. I feel stuck. Once again, a movie is coming for me." I do like, the way we keep picking these movies where I'm like, like, just, like, set it up where I was like, "Ugh, this feels like a direct attack, direct attack." But I literally live for the way she's like, "I'm gonna change my life," you know? Um,
And then
a
she tells her dad this.
and her dad's like, "Why do you want to leave me?"
Mhm, he's so
And she's
sad.
like, "Dad, I'm literally gonna take classes up the street."
Like,
Yeah,
relax.
and he's like, but
But
still."
I also appreciated her mom, like, giving her speech of, like,
Yeah.
she specifically said, "The man is the head, but the woman is the neck, and the head can't exist without the neck."
Yeah, it's a sleigh.
So
I also live for the trope of, like, movies like this where they're like, "Let's yeah, we'll
oh,
pretend that he's in
yeah.
charge." You know what I mean? They're like,
Yes.
"Just let him think he," like, later, like, "Let's just make him think that this all was his idea so that, he just, you know, because we know it's ladies making the real decisions."
Absolutely.
Also, we stand a woman in STEM, obviously.
Obviously.
So she goes to school, and this time she does sit with the, like, girls.
Yes, which is so I love just, like, the grown-up version of, like, "Hey, is this seat
Mhm.
taken?"
And she, like, steps into her own.
Yeah, we
She's
have a
like,
full, like,
"Mm."
makeover montage, which we live for a
We
makeover
live.
montage.
I live, and, it's just because all that it is, she's the same, she was always beautiful.
Yeah.
All that it is her, like, stepping into her confidence
Mhm.
and getting contacts, which work. I kinda like my glasses, but slay.
Yeah.
I just live for her, and then she's like, No, 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 I do deserve to sit with these girls." And they're
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, girl, come on over."
Except I was kinda sad that she pulled out just a normal sandwich. I wanted her to
Yes,
pull out, like, a
I thought the same thing.
yeah.
I was like, "No, don't conform."
Don't conform. Eat your yum your food is way better than this
Like,
peanut butter and jelly you're eating. This
literally.
ham and cheese. Yeah, okay.
Couldn't be me. I mean, it was me,
Yeah.
let's be honest, but if I was her, couldn't be me. Um, so then she's like, she has an idea. She's like, "I wanna
Oh,
work
yes.
for Aunt Vula,
Mhm.
Andrea Martin. I wanna work at the travel agency."
Mhm.
She's like, "Oh, that would be so magical." She's a woman in STEM now, so she, like, can. And they're like, she, like, tells her mom and her aunt, and they're like, "Okay, we'll tell your dad, but he's gonna be upset." So, like I was saying earlier,
Yes.
we're gonna trick him into thinking it's his idea. And
Yes.
I love this scene so much because they're like,
Oh,
"So."
no, the aunt is you when she literally tells the mom, "Okay, tell me what to say, but don't tell me exactly what to say, but I'll
Yes.
say it." That's you. That's literally you.
Yeah, that is me.
Tati, tell me what to say, but don't tell me what to say. But,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
tell me what to
But, like,
say.
help me out. It is so good. And they're just so, like, I mean, is it Lainey Kazan? I mean, they're just, like, literal
Icons,
icons.
both of them.
Yes, and so, like, the way that they're just, like, comedians to the
Yes.
to the core, and it's a scene where I'm like, "I'm lucky to be watching this."
That's
You
a
know
good
what
way
I
to put
mean?
it.
Like, I'm like, "Yes, thank you for your service right now," you know? Oh, they give. They give. So the dad eventually is like, they're like, "So
You
we have
should
the."
work at the travel
Yeah, and the
agency.
way they, like, go around about
It's
it,
so
and
good.
they're like, because
And
they're
then and then she says something and the mom is like, "No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work out."
yeah, because they're trying to say, like, because all of the family members work at all these places, and they're like, "Well, so and so can't work here anymore because he wants to
Yeah.
do this, and then this person wants to do this," and then the dad's like, "Well, why don't you just have so and so go there?" Which makes literal perfect sense. And they're like, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." And they're like, "No, no,
Yeah, yeah,
we have
yeah.
a goal here. We're trying to set up Tula." So then he eventually comes up with the idea,
Idea.
and he's like, "Tula, work at the travel
She's like,
agency."
"What a splendid idea. Thank you so
It is
much for
so
that."
funny.
She's like, "I would not have the whole entire table. I would not have thought of
Oh
that
my
myself.
god, you're
My
so
goodness, thank you
smart.
for doing that for us."
It is hilarious.
And so now she's at the travel agency and she's
Yeah.
getting her bag.
Oh, the way she's
She's
like,
clocking in. She's twirling
I aspire to be that happy
at
at
work.
my job. I mean, I love my job. But like the way she's just like, she is getting her bag, living her fantasy.
Like the full dream. That's me cooking dinner. Like I'm like
that
twirling,
can
I'm
confirm.
chopping, I'm like,
And the
you
way
wish
like
you could be me.
she did that for herself. It
Yes.
is so fierce.
Yeah. Like Tula's getting her bag.
I'm envious of everybody who saw this movie like super young.
Uh-huh.
Cause like, what a slay.
Yeah.
What a role model.
What?
Mia, Tula,
you're the role model.
Stan.
Period.
I want to write her a letter.
We should. Let's write. This is your
Email
love.
her.
Tula, this is your love letter.
Tula is, I think, one of my favorite characters ever.
We love to see
I love
it.
her. Okay, anyways.
Well, now enters love interest.
Mhm.
And he's goofy.
Yeah. He like sees her in the window and he's like trying to catch her eye.
And he's doing like goofy things. Like walking, like pretending like he's a mime, like walking down the stairs.
And then he bumps into an old woman and she beats the shit out of him.
Like, and you know what's so funny? It wasn't like, oh, sorry, like just turned around and started beating him
like,
with the bag.
It was hilarious.
And Tula's like, whoa, what's all
I
this? And he
know.
like walks in, is like,
And she hides behind the cooler.
yes,
I'm dead.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't walk in yet. So
Yeah.
sorry, so sorry.
But he comes back, right? Or does he
Yes.
walk in then?
She's like, I'm hot, but I'm still awkward, is one of my notes. I'm not sure what that was about, but
Oh yeah, he comes back for her.
yes.
Aww.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and
he
then
does.
she knocks herself out with the headset.
Yes, and she's on the floor.
Yeah, because he like walks in and she's wearing the headset, doing her woman in STEM duties, and she walks towards him and she goes,
Boing.
and knocks herself out.
He's like, oh my God.
It is so good.
So now they're like cozy and sitting on the floor
They're like,
together. They're like, and then they're like, hey, so like, you know, what's your name? The whole thing.
And boy, does he have a name.
This is outrageous.
Oh, and when she says, she's like, I was swept off my feet because she fell. It's so funny. And then she's like, he's like, oh, you know, I know this. They go on a date. And he's like, I would like to take you to this restaurant. And she's like, I'm Greek. And he's like, oh, I know of a really good Greek restaurant.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh God. And he's like, it's called Zorbo's. She's like, Dancing Zorbo's. That's my family's restaurant. And he's like, he like realizes.
Sorry, keep going.
He like
got
realizes who he's like, I remember you.
Mhm.
She's like, I worked there. He's like, I remember you. And what does she say? She's like, I was Frump Girl, which made me scream laugh. And he says to her, I don't remember Frump Girl. I just remember you.
Couldn't you just die?
And I did.
Couldn't you just die?
And I did.
He's so charming. And like also too, it was so simple the way he asked her out. Like, hey, do you want to get dinner? I was like,
I'm feeling butterflies. I'm not even currently watching it.
It should be that simple.
I'm looking at him right now.
I know,
and
he's
I'm like,
so dreamy. And
he
it's
is.
like, yeah, he's just dreamy.
And
And it's kind of sick.
It
It's
is
kind of
sick.
sick.
And
It's sick. It's sick.
And she's like, so he's like kind of getting to know her and she's like not opening up,
Mhm.
which I understand. It's hard to be vulnerable, but I want to shake her. I'm like, Tula, as I keep saying, you're my homegirl. You're cool as shit. Tell him like to open up. Yeah, you have a crazy big family, but like, and that's what made you who you are.
Yeah, there you go, Maddie. You're like ready. Maddie's gonna throw hands for Tula. Just
I
like
would die for Tula.
like I have never seen you love a character in a
I
movie
literally
this
am
much.
obsessed with her. And I think it is because I saw her when I'm older. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
this is the woman I want to be.
I want to be her best friend.
Yeah, I want to be her best friend. I want to be
her to sit right here. Okay.
Sorry, sidetrack.
I am feeling so insane today.
It's like goofy, silly
it's
mood.
so goofy. Anyways.
Yes, they're on the bridge. She's like,
Oh,
my family
yeah.
is Greek. This isn't gonna work. And then he's like, well, why not? Like, what? Okay.
Yeah, and she's like, my family's crazy.
Yeah, and he's like, anywhere you go, I'll go. Like, it's just kind of
Mhm.
like, it's just like really falling in love with her. Like, it's
No,
a very
he's
simple, like
smitten.
just smitten like a kitten. And my favorite part is when I don't know what they say, but he says something about her being beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then they like kiss or whatever, and then she like brings herself back and goes, "Did you just call me beautiful?" Like, is
I'm
this
gonna
like she's
cry.
never heard that in her like
I'm
It
I'm
was
literally gonna cry.
so, and like the way he looked at her and the way that just everything. It was just like a very simple love that I was
Yeah.
like, I love
I
this.
understand why everybody was, like, telling me that this was gonna be a good rom-com because I don't know if I really thought of this movie. I mean, I think it's just because I hadn't really seen it,
Right.
but I don't know if I really thought of this movie as a rom-com just because it's such a, like, an ensemble film, and
Yes.
it's, like, about more like, a lot about the family,
Mhm.
but no, this rom-com is romming.
Yeah, and it roms pretty early, actually.
It does.
I mean, but it calms the whole way through.
It's like, we love our rom-com,
Yeah,
rom.
whichever
Yeah.
way you serve it, we want it.
Yeah. But also she's like, "So I have 27 cousins."
Yes, could you imagine?
And then I was like, I mean, I do no, I don't have that many cousins. I think I only have, like
I have a lot of cousins, but they live in like a lot of different places.
yeah.
So I didn't grow up with my cousins.
All of my cousins live by me, most of them, but they're all I think there's only, like, 9 cousins that are, like, actually my but I have a lot of, like,
Distant family?
second and third cousins who were, like, always around. So I
Oh.
do understand the big family thing, except the family there's a lot of my family marriages didn't last. So all of the, families are, like, separate. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
yeah.
I could not imagine being, like, surrounded by all of them at once.
Oh, yeah. It's
Damn.
a lot.
Which I guess would be a wedding. But
Yeah.
they're with them all the time.
Yes.
And he's like, "Oh, I have 2 cousins." And she's like, "Huh?"
She's like,
And
"What,
he's
in
an
this white family?"
and he's an only child.
Yes. So truly, she's like, "I cannot relate. Couldn't
Yeah.
be me. Don't know what you're talking about." But then they have this like make out montage
Oh,
because he keeps driving her home, and like every time, my favorite is the fact that she also makes him like park a few houses down.
yeah. Not because she doesn't wanna be seen,
Yes,
but because she doesn't want him to see her house, which I'm like, yeah,
yes.
that's a whole can of worms. But
Yeah.
also, like I said, it's what made you who you it made you Tula, okay?
Yeah, and we love Tula
We
on this
love
podcast.
Tula.
But they make out, and every time she's like they're like about to like I don't know go for more.
Oh, yeah,
That
work,
was
girl.
weird. But like then she's like good night, good night, good night,
Yeah.
and like leaves him wanting more.
It's so
We
slay.
love Tula.
And then she eventually, like, tells her parents because she's, like,
No,
serious.
her parents find out.
Oh, I forget.
Yes, her parents find
How'd they
out
find out?
because so and so saw so and so, and so saw so and so. So they told so and so, and then told their
Yes,
parents. It's like a very big family, like
as it
chisme
would.
thing, you
Oh,
know?
per.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
oh, the gossip. This
Yeah.
is what happened, and then
There's
it got back
kind
to
of
your parents.
To be honest, there's kind of nothing more fun than family gossip.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
in a way, like, when it's, like, not that bad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I just have to say, I recently went to go visit my grandparents in Utah, and my grandma spilled tea to my sister Chloe and I.
Grandma.
Yes, and I don't want to air my family's dirty laundry out in front of to everybody, but, like, my grandma told, like
Almost spit out my spit dress.
well, my grandma Linda had a few white wines. And let me
Linda.
tell you, she was telling Chloe and I all about, like, the scandal that resulted in my mom's parents getting divorced.
Oh my
And
gosh.
me and my sister, it was kind of hilarious because, like, I mean, it is so far in the past
Yeah,
that,
right,
like,
right.
what do we, like, and also that grandpa, Papa Coach, he's no longer with us. But, like, it was so hilarious, like, seeing your family just, like, you know what I mean? And my mom was mortified.
And it's
She
like
was
a
like
good game of tennis because you're just like
Chloe and I were like we were clocked in. It was wild. So I
That's
live for stuff like
the
that.
family drama.
Yes, and we, like, told our cousin, we were like, "Guess what grandma did?"
Yes.
And he was like, "What?" Ugh,
Yes.
anyways, that stuff is so fun.
But then because then he finds out that the dad finds out that Tula's dating. So then he gets so mad because what's his name? Ian didn't not me looking as if his name that was gonna tell me did. Ian didn't ask permission to date his daughter. And then he's like talking to the father and
Uh-huh.
he's like, your daughter's 30 years old. I didn't
Yeah.
think I needed to ask permission. And this is truly so mortifying. Like I think I'd rather break up with someone than have them have this conversation with
Oh,
my
yeah.
father as I'm just dating them. Like if my dad was like, you didn't talk to me, I'd be like, Dad, no one's having this conversation with
No.
anyone.
No. My dad would be like, "Yeah."
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, you're old enough. What, you're not 12? Like you're not going to
Yeah.
the movies.
But my dad was one of those dads who, like, would always be like, "You're not dating till you're 20." And I was like, yeah, okay.
You're not dating till you're married, but dad.
Yeah, I'm like, make that make sense.
Yes.
Oh man, not that I
Which is
really.
kind of this father.
Yeah, and he says, "This is why you shouldn't educate women." I was like, now I do have to say, this couch is filled with girlies who aren't that educated.
Okay. I have a degree, Maddie.
We're educated in the school of life,
Yeah.
but
and
we aren't.
I don't have a master's
No.
or I have an associate's degree
Okay,
and I can
period.
sing and dance. Is that not
Period.
education enough?
No, we are educated in our fields.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But I was like, damn,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, don't give me a book.
give me all of them.
Yes.
But I was like, damn, this is why we shouldn't educate women.
That's sick. Sick of you.
That is so silly.
Sick of you to say. And so then
Anyways.
they're like at a family dinner.
Mhm.
But okay, so now she's at a family dinner of Ian's house. So they're at
God.
Ian Miller's house with the Millers.
I'm so scared.
I'm scared. So they're at I can't say, you go.
Okay, do you want me to say why you're giggling?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I have to tell you. So anybody who knows Tatiana knows that she has a pattern
It's so weird.
of Miller men. There have been multiple. I think that Tatiana's fate in this life is to marry someone with the last name Miller.
It's sick.
It is so insane the amount of Miller guys that she has. I don't want to say, I mean, I'm not saying that she's a slut, but I'm
Okay,
just
no,
saying,
whoa.
I just feel like that's what it's going to sound like,
No,
but that's not what I
no,
mean.
no.
But she has,
I've dated a lot of Millers, you guys. I mean, not like a lot. I
No,
mean, like 5.
it's just weird.
I've either had a crush on
But-
them or I've liked them. I mean, I dated one for 8 years.
But I'm also just saying, like, it's not even like you've necessarily dated that many people.
right. That's
It's
true.
just like 90% of them
yes,
have been named,
truly.
have the last name Miller.
The ratio of
It's
men
so
I've dated to
scary.
the last name of Miller,
So-
it's kind of bizarre.
The-
And it's not like I'm like looking for a Miller. Like Tatiana Miller doesn't sound that good.
It is so weird. And so when I was watching this movie, because, we watched it
Sucks.
separately, I texted Tati and I was like, jump, scare. You're going to read a part of this and you're going to or you're going to watch a part of this and you're going to scream. And you're going to text me when you know, like, you'll
And
know.
I screamed out loud.
And she texted me, she
And
said,
you know
I'm screaming.
What's even more sick is that his last name is Miller, which I've dated a lot of Millers, but then this guy also
God.
just like as an essence, it reminds me of another guy I dated. So this whole movie was a jump scare attack at me. He was not a Miller, but he just like and even in Sex and the City, this actor just like
He
his
reminds you of this
essence
guy.
reminds me of this other guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, not all this.
It's kind of hilarious.
not all this on a Sunday night, like please.
The
But that's
Sunday-
why
this
we're
is the
giggling.
cookiest Sunday night. Yeah. Just to let you guys in on our
Yeah, I'll let you in on the secret. I have a Miller thing. I don't know what
I
it
wonder
is.
if any of the Millers are going to listen to this. And if you're going to get a
Probably.
text about it.
I mean,
That is so funny.
I'll send them the video.
Yeah. And I do it again. Pop,
I
pop.
do it again.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh shit. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. So they're at his family.
They're
His
at the
family are
Millers.
really boring.
Yes.
Okay. I come from a pretty much all white family, and I do have to say we are not boring.
Yeah, they were
Okay.
boring.
Okay. I was
I
like,
said,
damn.
Why are you blowing your nose? Oh wait, no, wrong part. Never mind. Oh wait. No,
We
we
did
skipped
skip.
a part.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I wrote down family dinner, so I was thinking they're
Yeah.
Ian's
you were-
family.
Yeah. This family dinner, though, is when they're trying to set her up with other people.
Yes, there's like a montage of men at Tula's family dinner.
Yeah.
And then there's that weird guy blowing his nose, and then there's another bald guy licking the spoon.
And a lot of them are like 60 years old, and their dad is trying to set him up with her, and
So
it's so wild.
But then we're at Ian's family dinner, and I said, not these white people acting like this. Like, why are you being so weird? When she was like, or when she was talking about being Greek or whatever, and
They confuse it for being Guatemalan.
yes, that's
They were
what
like,
it was.
oh, yeah, I knew someone that was Greek once. And then they're like, was she Guatemalan? I'm like, y'all, I'm really scared.
yeah, it
I'm
was
so scared. And they're like,
weird.
Are you Armenian? She's like, no, I'm Greek.
Greek.
It's so insane.
Ugh.
This family.
And so then they're at Ian's apartment and they're like cuddling in bed. And then, which was like really cute. He was all like, hey, I have a question for you.
Mhm.
She's like, yeah. He's like, will you marry me?
Which
Tell me your opinion on
okay,
this, Maddie.
okay.
The
So-
floor is yours.
During our Valentine's Day episode, I
Yes.
was like, ugh, not the proposal, like in bed, just waking
Mhm.
up, whatever. But I will say in this case, because it was so just like wholeheartedly so like,
It was kind of spontaneous.
It
Like, I
was
felt like he didn't plan it. Like,
but he
was just
did
like,
pull out a ring, which I was like, hoink. but it is so, and I think maybe it's a testament to the actors because I feel like that could be so like, why did you propose to someone like that? Just like laying down in bed.
Yeah.
But like it was so magical
It
actually.
was so intimate, and, like, that's the thing is, like, I'm here for the glitz and the glamour and the
Yeah.
shebang of it all, but, like, also too, just, like, the intimacy of, like, 2 people having quality time and being like, "Hey, I just wanna marry
And
you."
I think the juxtaposition of her family being so
Mhm.
like everything being big, everything being huge, it was probably so much more meaningful to her
Yeah.
having it be so private.
Yeah.
I was like, that is so magical.
And and she's like, "Yes, yes,
Yeah.
1,000 times
It
yes."
is so cute.
Ugh, and then her family loses their shit because she's about to marry this non-Greek man, and they're
Yes.
like, "What is going on?" And she's just, like, overwhelmed, and she, like, runs out in her which was a Sandra Dee moment because
Mhm.
she was in her blue nightgown, and she was leaning against like, giving us Olivia Newton-John
Yes.
leaning against the post, like,
Mhm.
full,
Drama.
Sandy moment,
Oh,
hopelessly
and
devoted.
everyone keeps telling her like, um, "I didn't think you'd actually ever get
I
married." I'm
know.
like, "Whoa."
Poor
And he
girl.
converts for her
I
because 'cause they're, like, Greek
know.
Orthodox. I'm like, that is so beautiful."
Well,
'Cause
because she goes to the high school and because he teaches at a high school and,
yes.
it was like, "We should just go, like, let's just run away together. Let's like, wherever you wanna go, I'll go, whatever, whatever." And he's like, "Whoa, like,
Mhm.
why are you acting like this, girl?" He's like,
Mhm.
"It's just so hard with my family, and we can't get married in our church because you're not Greek or" okay, sorry.
Orthodox.
Or okay.
I got you.
Thank you.
Orthodox.
Thank you.
Continue.
And then he goes, "I'll do anything for you." And then he says, "I came alive when I met you."
Ah!
It's the one-liners for me.
If someone said that to me,
It's the one-liners.
oh my god, I can't
And he truly lights up when he says that, and I'm like, "Oh my god, not
this
all
movie, you
this."
guys, you're putting me in my grave making me watch
6
this.
feet under.
Like, god damn. Oh, okay, so wedding planning commences.
Yes, a wedding
Which wedding
planning.
planning seems so stressful.
Yeah,
I
and
cannot.
expensive.
So expensive.
I'm like, "Damn,
I
I don't got the
know.
dollar for this." I
Yeah.
mean, I'm excited for my wedding, don't get me wrong, but, like, also, I'm like, I want 2 people there. I mean, not
Really?
just 2 people there. I don't wanna have a big wedding, no. Are
Really?
you shocked by that?
Yes, because you're a Leo.
Well, I wanna be the center of attention, but I don't want a big wedding. Like,
Aw.
I don't want cousin, like, that I don't talk to at my wedding. I mean, no offense to cousin I don't talk to, but,
No,
like,
I get you.
I it's just, like, I love, like, intimacy and quality time, but I
Yeah.
also love being the center of attention, so it just, like, it
Would
hits
you
each other.
have like 2? Like, would you have like
Girl, what dollar do you think I
no, no,
got?
no, 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 listen. Would you have like a small little like moment and then like a party later?
Oh, yes, that's what my
Or like a
parents did.
big oh
My
yeah.
parents had a small, like, wedding and then had a small beginning of reception, but then was, like, told all my dad and my mom told all their friends, like, "Hey, like, we can't afford to have everyone and eat all this stuff, but if
Mhm.
you wanna come party with us after,
That's really
more
fun.
than welcome."
That's
And so
magical.
all of their friends rolled up, like, the friends that, like, couldn't make it on the
Right.
list and like that. I mean, not that I
Yeah.
really have, like, that many friends. I
Mm.
have you but I mean, all my real friends would be, like, bridesmaids.
Aw,
So
you'd be mine too. You will be.
yeah.
Okay. I'm like,
You heard it here first, folks.
period.
But
Aw.
yeah, no, and then it's Easter.
Yes.
Um, and then, so then the whole entire family walks into the Greek restaurant, and I just hear this one of the family members, one of these extras, I don't know, say, Christ has risen for sure if Tula had found a husband.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's like a background line, but I
Yes.
picked it up because my subtitles were on and I
That is
screamed,
so good.
Christ has risen indeed.
And then Joey Fatone's dancing, and I'm like,
Yes.
"Come on, give us Bye Bye Bye. Give us NSYNC. Come on, Joey, you're already
Absolutely.
here.
Yes, I know.
Slay."
Oh my gosh, the whole
What?
"we're gonna kill him,"
Right.
with the 2 cousins talking about
Oh,
it.
yeah, well, it's her brother and
Yes.
Joey Fatone, right?
Yes, yes, yes,
The
yes.
the dynamic that those 2 have, I don't know the brother's name, I'm so sorry,
Mm.
but they are so funny
They're
together. And
hilarious.
I'm obsessed I love the brother in this because of the way when does she when does he say that? There's like a
Oh,
part
oh, it's
where is
I
that
know
later?
yeah, it's later.
Okay, okay, and then I won't say it, then I won't say it. Also, I'm obsessed with Andrea Martin, I just have to say again.
Yeah,
She is
icon.
so
And
funny.
then when the parties did you feel seen because you used to be a vegetarian?
Yes, I did used to be a vegetarian for, like, 7 years, and that's the thing about Ian is he is a vegetarian,
Yes.
and yeah, he's, like, talking to Andrea Martin, he's like, "I don't eat meat."
The party literally stopped. The
Stops.
music stops, everything stops. The whole family looks at him.
Yeah, it's so
He's
funny.
like, "Well, we'll make you lamb."
Yeah, oh
And they're like,
yeah.
That's still meat."
I live.
It's
Oh,
hilarious, but I feel like that's also, like, a very I'm the same way with my family or, like, my, like, extended family and everything like that because it's, like, like, the lechon and, like, you have the pig like, everything like, "What do you mean you don't eat meat? That's
yeah.
so weird of you."
Yeah. I have a Filipino side of my family.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, I am not Filipino, but I do have Filipino family, and they were all like, "What? Like, hello? You don't eat meat?" For a
Yes.
long time, and then I was like, "Yeah, no, sorry." Now I do again. So
Yeah,
that's
well.
that's that about me. This is a sharing
I
episode.
know, it's the silly, goofy
Yeah, it's
Sunday
a silly
night.
goofy.
And so
Um,
they're preparing for the wedding.
yeah. Also, the really drastic like difference between his family and her
I
family,
know.
wild.
Guys, I wrote down again, white people are so boring.
I know.
'Cause
I'm
they're, like,
so
wanting to plan it at the country club.
yeah. I'm so I family, don't say that I'm not nice. I'm so thankful to have the white family that I do
That's insane,
because
honey.
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your
Because
family isn't boring, you're very nice.
like if
I've been around these country club families, and I'm like,
I
"Where's
would
your salsa?"
die.
Yeah, I'm
Like
kinda
my
scared.
my mom, I mean, we don't do salsa dancing, but my mom will bust a move. Y'all know Carrie Berry will be dancing on the dance floor. Okay. I went to a wedding. My cousins are so rich and they got married in Wyoming a few months ago. That's why I was with my grandparents, the whole thing. My sister, my mom and I dancing on that
Got
dance
down?
floor. It was so fun. That made me really excited for like a like I love weddings.
Yeah, weddings are
Invite us to
fun.
your wedding.
Invite us to your wedding, will be a good time,
We will.
like, truly.
We bring the
And you
party.
know what's so weird? So we jump back to Tula's family,
Mhm.
and her dad is talking about when he immigrated to America and said, "I came with $8 in my pocket," which is so weird
Oh,
because my grandfather also came with $8 in his pocket. So now
yeah.
I'm just wondering if this is like the $8 is just the immigrant story that we've all stuck with.
If it's like the thing where your parents were like, "Well, I had to walk to school backwards
Yes.
in the snow, uphill."
Like, I'm really wondering if, like, all immigrant parents just, like, sat down with one another and said,
They
"The
had a
story is
meeting.
$8."
They had a meeting.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, I just have
That is
questions.
so funny.
And then the bridesmaid dresses, uggo.
The bridesmaids' dresses. Yeah. So she obviously, her family has strong opinions and strong personalities. So she doesn't have much say in her wedding planning.
Mhm.
They are doing it all for her.
Yes.
And like so the invitations, her
Mhm.
mom did them. And they are just the Greek the Greek
Greek flag.
flag. The Greek flag. And on the inside, also, they say that his parents' names are Rodney and Harry
Oh,
instead of
shoot.
Rodney
Oh,
and
it makes me
Harriet.
cry.
It is so funny. And like the earrings that the cousin has.
Yeah.
Also, okay, earlier when we were getting ready for this, Tati was like, "My hair looks flat." Tati always says her hair looks flat. She reminded me so much of you when she like has the big like the curls in her hair. And she's like, "My hair looks flat." I was like, "Okay, Tatiana."
Oh, don't be mad.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so then they invite Ian's family over for dinner. And
Yes.
Tula's like, "Okay, like, just dinner with the family, right? Like, just the four of us.
Mhm.
Nothing too big, nothing too flashy." And she's like, "Oh, I already invited everyone in our family. Like,
Yeah.
this is gonna be a big Greek party."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so then Ian's family comes in. They are like cooking is it the pig? I don't know. What are they cooking? They're cooking
Yes, I think that is.
some sort of full animal
My
in the
family
front
used
yard.
my Philippine family did that. There'd be a big pig.
Yeah.
And it was kind of fire, low key.
And and then and then the Ian's family brings a bundt cake, and they're so confused with
Yeah.
this bundt cake. They're like, "Why is there a circle in the middle of the cake you brought us?" Like,
Mhm.
all of this stuff is kooky.
And then they put a flower in it and they're like, "We fixed it."
Yes, and then the parents get fucked
They
up.
get drunk.
Because
The way it's like whoa, whoa,
the
whoa,
way that
whoa.
the thing is wiggling,
It's so funny.
it's hilarious
I
to me.
live. And they're like,
Oh, when
they're
she tells the
confused.
story about how she ate her twin inside the
Yes. What did she
the
say?
womb,
She's like,
inside the lump
yeah,
was a spinal cord
and teeth.
and teeth.
And they're like, yeah, okay. Also, okay, when they're like handing out spanakopita. Have you
Uh-huh.
ever had spanakopita?
Oh my gosh.
It is delicious. And they're like, oh, they make a face at that. I'm like,
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude. Don't
Greek
make fun
food
of
is
people's
literally so
food.
good. Yes.
Period.
Mediterranean food, Greek food. Like, I could live off the Mediterranean
Yeah.
diet. Ugh. And then the dad describing the family as I've been describing this family for the past hour. He
Yes.
says, that family is like a piece of toast.
Yeah. They have a toast family.
Uh,
Oh my gosh.
and then she has a really like intimate talk with her mom of like,
Yeah.
hey, I just really love this man. Like,
Oh,
I-
they love each other a lot.
I just love this man.
Mhm. And then I think it's like pretty close to the wedding now, and the grandma opens that box and like shows her a picture of her.
It's so beautiful.
And like that crown, that like
this like
head thing.
Yeah, I think it had like
It's
seashells
so
on it or something.
beautiful.
Just like
I
the
love it.
lineage of family.
Yeah.
How important that is, all this stuff.
And then it's wedding day.
And then it's wedding day.
And what happens to her? She wakes up with a zit. That is if I woke up with a zit on my wedding day, cancel the wedding. We're done.
See, here's the thing. I know that I'm going to say this on the couch and it might be hypocritical for later on in my life. So just play this at my wedding to me if that's the case. But like, I think it's kind of like when it's raining outside and there's nothing you can do. You're just like, well, I've accepted my fate.
Yeah.
You know, and I imagine that's how I will be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would
future Tatiana, relax. That's all I gotta say.
Well,
if you're freaking out on your wedding, this is for you.
I feel like the tables have turned. I thought that it would be the opposite.
Really?
That I would be like, yeah, I don't care. And you would be like, but no, I'm the one who was like, and you were like,
I'm like, yeah, life's too short.
yeah, what you gonna do?
Push me down the aisle anyway.
And it did rain at my cousin's wedding
And
in
it's so
Wyoming,
fun.
and it was beautiful. I was freezing, but it was beautiful.
When you just accept your fate, when you stand in the
Yeah, what
pouring
you gonna
rain and
do?
you say, this is just how life is gonna be. I think it's the romantic part of me too. It's just like,
oh yeah.
I'm gonna get married to the love of my life anyways. What matters?
Aw, Tatiana.
I know.
We are so single though.
But I'm kind of living in my single era right now. I'm kind of living for it.
We always live. You know, one thing about us, we're always gonna live.
And I just said that this also seems like the most overwhelming wedding day possible.
Oh my gosh. Also, how many people were in her party?
Oh my gosh.
I can't.
Like, so too much. I'm like, I want my playlist playing and I want to be by myself for at least 30 minutes before I get married. If there's anything about me, it's also that I need my alone time.
Me too. We need to be, we need a second.
And his side, so now we're at the wedding and his side is like empty and her side is completely full.
You've missed some parts. So they're getting ready. They're getting ready, and they're like, the mom is like, okay, you have to perform your womanly duties, which we all know that they've already had, you know, some sexy times. We all saw it. I mean, not literally. You know what I'm saying? And this is when the mom says, Greek women, we may be lambs in the kitchen, but we are tigers in the bedroom.
She's like, Mom, please stop.
She's like, oh my God. I was like, I would die.
You want to know? Okay, quick sidebar. This is a totally unnecessary story, but it gagged to the girlies.
Okay.
I was at this, so I had a lot of Mormon friends in high school, and I was at this like bridal shower or whatever. And this lady gave the girl that was getting married, who was my age, like she probably got married when she was like 20. I mean, you know, Mormons.
Is this that one wedding where you and Sam took a
Yes. So we're at this like bridal shower and this woman gives her a bowl, a bread bowl. And she like opens the bread bowl and is like, what is this? Pulls out a piece of lingerie. And then there was a note in the bread bowl that said, men can't live on bread alone. And I was gagged. Like gagged. And also I knew this mom, which funny enough, this mom was the mother of my first boyfriend. Like it was too much for me. It was a very overwhelming.
I have literally
Should I leave you speechless with that
nothing to say.
Yeah, I was shocked.
That is the scariest thing I've ever heard.
I was shocked. I was like, not
what
this
does everyone
show
do
choir
there? Mother
giving my friend this lingerie. It was shocking.
If I was there, I would be like, what?
Yeah, no
People
words.
are so insane. Okay. So she gets in her dress. I can't. That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. She gets in her dress and she says in there, is looking at her reflection. They're all like looking at it and she goes, I'm a snow beast. I'm a snow beast.
It's so good.
It is so good. And then we're at the wedding.
And and her side is full
Filled
of family.
to the brim.
Yes.
Yeah, and his is a little, you know, he doesn't have as much family.
And they
He's
have
an
this
only
really
child.
beautiful, you know, thing.
Wedding.
Wedding.
Yeah.
Like, very Greek wedding.
Yeah, the Greeks are Greeking.
Yeah.
Slay.
And he's, like, just so happy to just be there.
He is so, and it's also in Greek. And they had to put this joke in there where they're speaking Greek, and it's like the whole ceremony.
Yes.
And the Ian's mom, Mrs. Miller, if you will, is like, do you have any idea what they're saying to Mr. Miller? I'm scared.
He's not all this Miller.
And Mr. Miller goes, "It's all Greek to me," which I was like, we had to have it, you know. That one had to hit us with that zinger. Mia, I see you. Oh, yeah. So they get married. It's beautiful.
And then they like go into the limo and like go into the
And
reception.
the limo is so insane.
I know, she's taking off all her makeup. And then he says, drag queens could take a few tips from those ants.
I said, come on, RuPaul's Drag Race.
Is beat.
She's beat to the gods. They like take off parts of her dress.
Yes.
She's like, I'm gonna make this about like, I'm gonna be comfortable.
And then she's like, you'll never believe it. I had a zit this morning. And then he goes, I had a zit this morning too.
Yeah.
And then he's like, but it kind of went away. And she's like, what'd you put on it? He's like,
Windex.
Hmm.
It's so cute.
Very sweet.
Which I'm like scared, but slay.
I know. Don't put Windex on your face.
I also did put that I want Andrea Martin at my wedding.
Yeah,
She's
right.
a party starter.
Yes.
I live for her.
Party starter, party goer.
And then there's the fruit speech from the dad. So he does this whole thing where like every word comes from a Greek word. And he's like, Miller.
It
comes
means mean
from
apple.
Apple, which I'm like, I think it means like literally a Miller, but work. And then like portcullis means orange. And they're like, so we have apples and oranges.
We're all
fruit. I
Aww.
was like, it's very
so cute. And then the parents buy them a house.
I watched the end of this movie with my mom. And I was like,
like, real estate, mama? You bought me real estate?
Also, like, they own many businesses, obviously.
Yeah.
But I'm like, do they or just the Bula?
No, I think it's just like a family
or
affair.
just all of them. I'm like, these. Come on, $8 turned into
I mean, that's
a lot.
the same thing that happened to my grandpa. He owned a full business. Now he like owns a ton of real estate. Like,
that's so slay.
The immigrant way. Immigrants,
they
get the job
done. That is so wild.
And so then the parents buy them a house, and Ian's. I mean, they're both so touched, but Ian's really touched because at the beginning of the movie, this family was like, "Not this man."
Yeah, and they've truly accepted him.
No,
it is so cute. It is okay. So the second movie, like I said, I feel like the first one is obviously much better, but there are parts of it that are so touching.
Aww.
I don't know if should I say?
Yeah, sure.
So like as always with movies like this, like in the second one, they're like relationships not doing as well. They're like kind of struggling. They have a teenage daughter, whatever. You find out that the grandparents, their like marriage certificate was never actually signed.
What?
Because they were like leaving the country quickly. It was a whole thing. And they're like, we have to get married again. And so they get married again. And it's so much. They're like, Ian and Tula are like, we have to reignite our relationship. And as they're doing the thing, like, you know how they had the ribbon and they like rocked around the table, they were doing it behind them. They're like, let's get remarried again at the same time. And so you watch both of them do it. I was you guys, I was crying.
Wow.
You need to go cry. Watch both of these movies
back to back.
They're so magical.
And then they have a party at the reception.
It looked like so much fun.
So much fun. They're all dancing. Now the Millers are like, let's party it up with these Greeks. They're taking shots.
They're happy to be there.
Ready.
They're eating that spanakopita.
I would. Give me some. Oh, we should have had baklava on this episode.
I love baklava.
I know.
Oh my god.
And then 6 years later?
Yes, they have a little kid.
They have a child, and she has to go to Greek school.
She has to go to Greek school. It's like the same, but she's like, but you don't have to marry a Greek man. She's like, you have to go to college. I mean, you have to go to Greek school, but you don't have to marry a Greek man. Oh, it's so cute. They're so happy.
Yeah, they really are.
Aww.
And that's my big fat Greek wedding.
I love this movie.
I can confirm because Maddie texted me as she was watching this. I think I love this movie.
Yeah. So thank you to everybody who harassed me about doing this movie. And thank you to everyone who voted.
Yeah.
I also have to say, I have a friend, Alexandros. I know he's probably not listening, even though he was the one. Well, because Alexandros, I know you're not listening. Everyone who knows Alexandros knows he's not listening. I love you, Alexandros. He was the one who was like, if you don't do my big fat Greek wedding, I will kill you. And I mean, not literally. He probably could though. But he's Greek, Alexandros,
Aw,
he's Greek and he was saying, he was like, Maddie, that movie is so accurate.
that's so
He was like, it is
funny.
so true. He was like, he said that he was watching it recently and he was like, not everybody is named Nick. And then and then I thought about it and then I realized I know a lot of Greek Nicks.
That's
So it was so
funny.
funny. He was telling me like how actually accurate it is.
I love that.
I know, I love that too. So thank you, Alexandros, for
Yeah,
sharing.
what a great movie that was.
I told him we could have him on if we ever do the second one.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Good times.
He's so oh well.
Yeah, that concludes rom-com
That was so
month.
fun. I mean, well, obviously everybody loves a good rom-com,
Yeah.
so we'll still
Okay,
have
yeah,
some
no,
rom-coms
we are
around
not
here.
taking all I mean, Miss Romantic over here. We're
If there's
not.
one thing about us, we love a chick flick.
Oh, absolutely. So
Mhm.
that was really fun to like focus on rom-coms this
That was
month.
cute.
Yeah, thanks for
Aw,
joining
thanks
us
for joining
the month
us.
of love.
Next month is not only my birthday.
It's her birthday month, so send her nice things.
Period.
You have her Zelle, you have her Venmo.
Do you work?
I will
Um,
leave it in the comments.
So if there's one thing about me, it's obviously that I'm a musical girly.
Jazz hands and
So
all.
we're gonna do musical March.
Boop, 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 boop.
And I'm so excited. We have a few like ideas.
Yeah.
If you have a favorite musical, please let us know. A movie musical,
musical.
to be specific.
I mean, we can
Please.
watch bootlegs.
We can. Speaking of bootlegs, Bad
Uh-huh.
Cinderella. I'm screaming.
Here's the thing. I kind of was watching the curtain call the other day, and I was like, why do I want to be on the ensemble of the show?
I mean, I'm
'Cause they
sure-
were getting their bag.
Parker knows one of them.
I know, and that's why I was watching
Yeah.
the curtain call.
I'm sure they're having a great time. That thing seems wild.
I know it does.
Shout out to the cast of Bad
Bad
Cinderella.
Cinderella. I hope you're doing well.
But yeah, if you have a favorite like movie musical, please let us know. We'll
Mhm.
let you guys know what our first one will be. I think we have an idea,
Yeah,
but just in case, I don't want to like announce it and that not be the case.
I think it will be the case.
You think it will be?
Yeah. Okay, our first movie musical is going to be Hairspray because it is the best movie musical.
The best
to exist.
movie musical of all time.
Like,
If you have anything
Hands
to
down.
say and you disagree,
check yourself.
Square up.
first. Yeah. So that will be our first one in March. So join us again, and thanks for coming to.
our viewing party. I love that we
party.
say it like that every time.
Oh, I forgot to say to like and subscribe, and
Oh,
please
obviously.
comment, you guys.
Please.
Mm.
Logan, this one's for you. You're the one commenting.
Thank
and I love you.
Yeah, comment, review, give us 5 stars. If you're gonna give us anything less, check yourself again, and then give us 5 stars.
Period. Thank you for joining us for this really kooky
It's
episode.
Silly Girls on a Sunday.
Yeah. Okay, well, slay.
Bye, everyone.